And for the main components is the CPU, and the CPU is Intel Core i5-10400F desktop processor with 6 cores up 4.3 GHz without processor, graphics LGA 1200 Intel 400 series chipset, and it has a 65 watts. This CPU it has a 6 cores and 12 threads and socket type LGA 1200, and it can up to 4.3 GHz with compatible with Intel 400 series chipset based motherboards. And also it is Intel Optane memory support. So that's it for the CPU. And for the motherboard is Gigabyte each 470 auras of Pro AX. This motherboard supports 10th Gen Intel Core series processor with dual channel non-ECC and buffered DDR4 with 4 DIMM slots, and it has direct 11 pieces digital VRM solution. And for the advanced thermal design with enlarged surface heatsink, the Smart Fan 5 features multiple temperature sensors and hybrid fan headers with fan stop. The Intel Optane memory ready with onboard Intel Wi-Fi 6 800 2.11ex 2T2R and BT5 with Aorus antenna. So that's it for the motherboard. And for the M.2 or SSD is WD Black SN750 1TB NVMe internal gaming SSD with Gen 3 PCIe and M.2 2280 with 3D NAND, and this is an exclusive WD Black SSD dashboard with gaming mode improves game performance with the available in capacities ranging from 250 gig to 2 TB, and for the ideal of for enthusiasts building custom desktops or gaming rigs, the NVMe drive not compatible with SATA interface. So that's it for the M.2 or SSD. And for the RAM is G.Skill 16GB with 28GB Trident Z RGB series DDR4 with PC4 20800 and 3600 MHz with 288 pins desktop memory model. This RAM is capacity of 16GB with 28GB and the type is 288 pins DDR4 is the RAM with speed of DDR4 3600 MHz, PC4 28800 and the CES latency of 16 timing 1619 1939 voltage with 1.35 voltage ACC, and it has a buffered and registered with unbuffered multi-channel kit, dual channel kit color black heat spreader. So that's it for the RAM. And for the case is Pantex Eclipse P400A digital ATX mid tower with mesh front panel, and it's tempered glass with digital RGB. This case is optimal cooling performance with the ultra thin performance mesh front panel and features a tempered glass side panel in a compact mid tower with spacious open interior to supports up to ATX motherboard with 280 to 360mm radiator in front, and also vertical GPU for mounting support with the integrated digital RGB controller with 3 pre-installed DRGB fans that can sync with compatible motherboards to create a stunning lighting effect, and the extensive storage options of 6 SSDs, 2 HDD trays included, and 8 SSDs, 2 dedicated bracket included, mounting locations, and it is easy to accessibility to I/O featuring 2 USB 3.0 mic, headphone, power button, reset, and the DRGB controller. So that's it for the case. And for the CPU color is Color Master Liquid ML240L RGB version 2 with closed loop EIO CPU liquid color, 240 radiator with dual cycle flow 120mm, and it has RGB lighting with 3rd gen dual chamber pump for AMD and Intel LGA 1200 and 1151. This CPU cooler is 3rd generation dual chamber pump for overall cooling efficiency and performance, with the new cycle flow, refreshed exterior design for improved lighting, and fan blades for a quiet airflow performance. And for the RGB lighting signature cooling performance with a RGB design for all the users wanting lighting effects that are fully customizable. The larger surface area increases the surface area of the fins on the radiator for better heat dissipation. The industrial grade seal high industrial grade APDM material to strengthen the seal for improved longevity and anti-leaking. It has also controller included a wired RGB controller. The CPU socket support for LGA 20166, LGA 20111 version 3, LGA 20111, LGA 1200, LGA 1151, LGA 1150, LGA 1156, LGA 1155, AM4, AM3 Plus, AM3, AM2 Plus, AM2, FM2 Plus, FM2, and FM1. So that's it for the CPU color. And for the PSU or the power supply is EVGA 700GD 80 plus gold 700 watts power supply 100GD 0700V1, and this PSU or power supply is 80 plus gold certified with 90% efficiency or higher under typical loads, with angle 12 volts rail DC to DC converter to improve 3.3 volts and 5 volts stability with active power factor correction, and also it has 5 years and unparalleled EVGA customer support with heavy duty protection including OBF over voltage protection, UBF under voltage protection, UCP over current protection, OPP over power protection, and ECP short circuit protection. So that's it for the PSU or the power supply. And for the graphics card or eGPU is ASUS TUF Gaming AMD Ryzen RX 5700 XT OC Edition Gaming Graphics Card with PCIe 4.0 and its 8GB GDDR6 with HDMI and display ports, and it has axial take fan design with 12.7 slot design with auto extreme. This graphics card or a GPU is OC edition, which is boost clock of 1980 MHz OC with OC mode with 1905 MHz at gaming mode. The axial take fan design features a smaller fan hub that facilitates longer blades and barrier ring. The increased downward air pressure with 0 dB technology lets you enjoy light gaming in relative silence, with the auto extreme technology uses automation to enhance reliability, and it has a productive backplate secure components during transportation and installation. So that's it for the graphics card or eGPU. So that's it. Good luck to your PC build and see you in the next video. Thank you.